We're learning a lot of skills with our brush knee, which we are now going to be able to use to learn some other things. And I want to turn kind of to the broad idea of balance. So today we're going to be doing all the brush knee stuff, but I'm going to be talking a lot about balance and how you shift your weight and how we sort of turn around our Tai Chi pole. And these are really great basic skills. And then we're going to start, just at the end of class, we're going to start getting into Golden Rooster. And Golden Rooster is this really lovely move that we can put on the end of a brush knee. And you'll see how we do that. That's actually done in the essential form, which is a different form than the long form. So that's sort of the game plan for today. And I hope you guys will give me feedback about what works and doesn't work for you guys. Like if I'm making an analogy and that just doesn't work for you, let me know. And if it works, let me know. All right. So let's get moving with our with Master Yang's wellness exercises as a start. And of course, first we're just going to prepare. At this point, you all kind of know the drill. So run through that checklist in your head. How do you get your body ready for Tai Chi? You can kind of see my line that I always put on, pretty much always put on my front. That's part of what you're doing. You're extending that line all the way to the sky. Pick your image. What image do you like? And those feet are heavy, and the arms are kind of long and heavy and full, maybe little weights on the bottom. I really like to spend a moment just sitting down a little bit, unlocking that pelvis, sort of playing with that. Making sure my knees are also soft, but my legs are straight. Feeling the weight completely on each of my feet, and no foot or part of the foot has more weight in it. There's lots you can do. Play with that for a minute. Maybe if you change the very bottom of your spine, does your weight start to shift in your feet? It might shift left, right because you change it in that direction, or it might shift back front. It could be very subtle. See if you can get a real sense of your balance. And then put everything in the center. And feel a little tiny pull up from the sky, stretching your vertebrae, and a pull down like you have magnetized the bottoms of your feet. Nicely expanded, but not stiff. And then we're going to do opening. This is the first move in the form. Our back spreading between our shoulders, and then our arms levering up like something was pushing down at the back of our shoulders, helping to bring our arms up. They float up, and then out of the upper arms, so that those elbows droop and we push down. Feel pushing here. Imagine pushing. And then we'll do that again. Opening, expanding the back. Arms floating up, levering up. You're still balanced. Elbows droop. pushing that ball down into the water. And now we're going to go into the wellness exercises. It's the same beginning, but we're going to be a little freer about it, making waves with our arms and dropping that butt as if you're sitting into a chair. And then waving up. Shoulders still staying down. It's as if your legs were powering your whole body, and the impulse from your leg just travels up into the rest of your body and ultimately waves your arms. And now we're going to come out and we're actually going to look up at the moon. Moon's at what, 10 o'clock? And down. And your shoulders are still relaxed as you do this. But your arms stretch. It's as if you could grab the entire sky and bring it down. And your head and your gaze, your head actually tips up a little here. Almost never do that in Tai Chi. And then comes down with your hands, but it stays at the horizon. Feel your whole body expand. That expansion in your spine is always there. The weight in your feet is always there. Your balance is always there. You're just sort of going up and down on that Tai Chi pole. And this time we're going to come out and in. And we're going to hug a tree just for a minute. Are you still balanced on both feet? Are your elbows down? Are you relaxed? The tree is going to breathe now. As it breathes in, you come up, but it's a bigger tree. And down. And if for some reason you're more comfortable with your arms lower, this would be fine. You don't need to be up, but your elbows are always pretty much in the same place, the same height. You might even breathe with that tree. Now, since there's a lot of us here, we're going to make this a really ancient West Coast tree, but it's still round. It's like we join hands at the end around this really big tree. Always a circle across our chest, a circle across our back. We're never opening far enough that the circle becomes straight. And now, as you come out this time, I want you to feel like a bird. Start in the back of your shoulders and open up, and then start in the front of your forearms and bring them in. It's not the same kind of circle anymore. In fact, it's not a circle. They're wings beating. And again, if this is getting harder to have it high, just bring it low. That's fine too. Elbows are still relaxed, drooping. Shoulders are relaxed. Feel it in your shoulder blades. Nice. One last time. We're going to bring our arms in and down. And now do whatever you want to do. Get that body like, that's a workout, isn't it? Anybody feel that anywhere? Like here, maybe? Yes. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Someone said the other day in the other class, oh my gosh, when we went down, I had little tiny, she said I had little tiny shivers in my thighs when we went down. It was only her second or third class, so it was quite an experience for her. Or Dennis, you might be feeling a lot because you've been under the weather and not doing that much. So do take it easy as you're doing it. So are we good? Are we warmed up? Yeah. Okay. I wanted to review, especially for those of you who've never had this before, which is a lot of people in this class. I wanted to review the movements for the arm movements for brush knee with everybody. So remember, we had this swinging idea, right? We were swinging and stepping at the same time. I want to just talk about the swinging arm. So we're going to have this swinging arm here. And it starts pushing down when we're doing a lot of walking and doing brush knees. So it starts pushing down right now. And then it is going to so it's pushing like this. Everything's always, our elbows are very close to the same spot all the time. You see that? Like whatever happens, it's almost always in the same spot. And it's almost always like, it's a little different, but it's almost always like this hug a tree shape. So actually when we push down though, we're going to relax that arm. So just relax that arm and then push. Okay, it's a little bit bent. Do you see how it just bent? Because in order to push, it has to be bent because otherwise there's no push down here. Do you feel that? If you just hang it and go like this, there's no push. Could you push down? You see that? If I hang it and I go like this, there's no push left because there's no room to push. So it has to have a little more bend than that, just a little bit. But you can find but you don't want to be holding it like way out here or anything. So you go like this and you go like this. And then you say, is there push? There's probably no push there. Like, could you push? No, I can't. I have to kind of bend it just a little to feel that I could push. I could pat a dog, I could push. That's what you want. You want that position. So here we are, and we're going to bring it up. We're just going to literally lift this arm halfway, right? Just be all the way. We're just going to bring it up halfway. So we're here. We're going to bring it up. We're going to turn. That's that Queen's wave turn. And we're going to change the curve here to here. And we're going to, like, I call this reading your notes. It's like write it on the palm of your hand. Read your notes. Nice. And then we're going to, don't worry about what I'm doing right now or you're doing with your hips. This is the one time you can forget your hips. They can do whatever they want. Swing, right? And then remember, it swings and it comes back, right? It comes back like you were, like, since there's a lot of women here, I'll just say like you could grab your bra strap. Men might think of it as suspenders. You know, you could just like right there, right there. Okay, so let's do that. Up, halfway, up. Read your notes. Swing and up to the shoulder. You know where that is. It's not in the center of you. It's right here where you could grab your bra strap, right? It's right here. And just kind of like that, right? And then you're going to be turning and striking out. Thinking about this part. So here we go. Up, or push down, right? Up, read our notes. Swing and to the shoulder. Turn our upper body and strike. Nice. On the other side. Up, so push down. Remember, here, but a little bend so that you can feel pushing. Feel that push. Up, halfway, just lever it up, lever it up. Halfway, Queen's wave into this, read your notes. Turning, swing, staying turned to the shoulder. Turn back, strike. Got it? Okay, now we're going to be doing two together. So let's see what happens to this hand now. Well, this hand that's up here, we're going to turn and it's going to come across. And then while we're still turned, it's going to polish the table. Then we're going to turn back and it's going to come into push. So what about, we'll do this arm. We'll do it all the way from push. Up, read our notes. Turn, swing, stay turned up to ready to strike. Turn, strike. Now what? Turn the other way. Across your body. Polish the table. Still turned. Turn back. Come down with a push. I wonder how this works. Let's put this hand up here. All right. Oh no, here, sorry, here, out here. You've struck, these two go together. This one just hangs there. This comes up halfway. It just hangs there. Read your notes, that was easy. Oh, there was always a turn. When you turn, this one's gonna swing, right? This is gonna push down in front. Aha, this one's gonna come to the shoulder. This one's gonna polish the table. Ready, stay turned. Then turn back, striking, coming down into push. Nice. And on the other side, up, read your notes. Turning towards the swinging arm. Notice that your fingers are pointing towards your forearm. You're kind of pushing out with this hand. It's getting in the strike position. And these fingers point right here, about a fist distance away. Looks like that. Then this has still got to swing up. This got to keep circling up to your shoulder. This is when we polish the table. Reaching way out. And this is right where it could get your bra strap or your suspender. Sorry, Dennis. I don't know. Maybe you got a bra strap. You never know. Somebody might. But we'll talk it as a suspender. And then turn. And up. Read your notes. Turn, swing. Polish the table, get ready to strike. And turn, back. Push, strike. And up. And reach your notes. And turn, swing. Polish the table, staying turned. Here you are right there, beautiful. And turn, strike. Questions about the arms? That's right, little more of a tree, Molly. Little more distance. Yeah, yeah. And droop that elbow. Droop your left elbow. Yeah. So what I'm seeing is this. See? Wait. So hold a bag of apples. When you read your notes, you have to lift the bag of apples. That'll keep this in. That'll keep this down. Hold a bag of apples. You keep your shoulders down. A heavy bag. You'll be in the right, and it's a big bag, so you can't get your arms too close, you know? Yeah, always a tree inside. All right, people know what I'm talking about. All right, so I want to not do the feet right now, but we all remember there's that swing step. So I'm gonna talk about our balance, because this can be quite challenging, some of the things we've been doing. And I just wanna spend a little time on that. So what I'd like us to do right now is I want you to take pretty small bow steps. So we've done this turning out. Remember, we did our knee bumps, bump, bump, emphasizing that your knee goes out in the direction that your foot is pointing, your toes are pointing, right? It's actually your thigh bone. Take a look. I mean, it may not quite be like that if you're knock-kneed or you're pigeon-toed or something, but it's kind of your thigh bone. And that's especially true if you're being a bit of a gorilla here and you're really opening right here. So sort of let the bottom part of you get like a gorilla. And then same thing on the other side. Remember those knee bumps? So I want you to be bent here like a gorilla, and I want you to go over and bump over here and then come and stand over here. And I want you to take a real little step. I want all of your weight over here, take a real little step over here so it's short. And then, heel, ball, toe, and remember, we're at the corner, and then we turn our upper body only, remember? Upper body only, but in the small step, this is still aligned. Then we did this thing where we pushed with both feet, but we pushed our weight back into our heel on this forward foot so that we could pivot out. And again, this only works well if you're a little bit of a gorilla, you're bent a little bit here. Okay, and you see how I've turned both hips are open here. So we've been working on this. This is old news for maybe everybody but Dennis. Now, then we're gonna push with the back foot, right? And go get this center line. I want you to hook a Tai Chi pole that goes like from here to here, and up into the sky. Get that head straight. I want you to move on the diagonal until your Tai Chi pole. See how mine is now right over here? Now, I want you to just turn on that Tai Chi pole. I want you to turn. See that? Turn. But there's no weight here. There's no weight at all because I already moved all my weight over here. The Tai Chi pole is right here, and I'm just turning on it. Just turning on it. And if I want to, I could relax this. And if I needed to, I could step down here and I could finish the swing. But I could relax it and just bring it through, right? So if you're like me and you were bending your knees, you may want to shake out at this point because that's a bit of a workout. And then we'll do it on the other side. We're going to do the knee bump. When you do that, this knee is not coming in. This knee is bumping out in this direction. We're going to come over here and take a little, release this foot and just take a small step out. And then heel, ball, toe, bend knee. And then, you know, in this move, we also turn our upper body, but you see how my lower body isn't moving. Okay. And then and this one straightens. So that's the bow step. Then you come back and this one absorbs a little bit. This one bends a little bit. They're both bent a little bit on the heel and we came out. Again, this is probably new for Dennis. Open here, gorilla will help you do that. Gorilla, nice. Now, where's the center line gonna go? Over this foot on the diagonal. So just push with the back foot, get that center line there and stand there. But now there's no weight here. There's no weight here in this hip. So easy peasy, rotate. That foot comes right out. Now, instinctively, when you rotate, you're going to put your toe out. But we want your heel down first. So it is going to take a little thinking if you want to make that move. It is perfectly fine if you're having any balance challenge at all when you're doing these moves. It's perfectly fine to come and literally let this foot come in. It does that a lot in Tai Chi. And then it steps out. And this is how I taught it to you. In fact, I said that when you're doing these moves, you can come in and you can literally, remember, stand in the corner and then put it up. Now I'm teaching you, if you want, that you can put your Tai Chi pole in the corner. Here we go. We're going to make a bow step and then come back and again, smaller step forward will help with this. You must move your weight on the diagonal. Move over and plant your Tai Chi pole. And then relax this leg and just turn. Remember, we're swinging to the corner. We're turning our whole body to the corner. How do you do that? You do that by just turning on the Tai Chi pole. And then heel, ball, toe, straighten the back, bend the front, and turn. Okay? So this is like phase 2. Interestingly, in everything we do, Nancy, when you learned, because I think you're taking the Monday evening first section, so you've been learning Grasp the Bird's Tail, and at one point they talk about bringing your foot in for right ward off, right? So you're in left ward off, and then they say, this is the foot you're going to watch, and then they say, you see my line here? They say, let your foot come. They say, bring your foot in, and you're like, what the heck does that mean? All it means is relax it in here, right with your Tai Chi pole. And then look, you're totally balanced. And then you can come forward. So what you're learning here has immediate relevance to what you're learning in the other class. I just wanted to point that out for you. Because that's kind of a mystery. It's like, what? When do I get it in? How do I do that? And it's when those arms are starting to close that you do that, and they're halfway closed. All right, so we're gonna go through this whole thing now. So emphasis on our Tai Chi pole and our balance. So I want us to actually just, for the moment, stand in this corner and swing, step, polish the table, and strike. So here we are. What's this hand supposed to be? It's going to be down. So it's in that push position, remember? Nice. And it's not bent very far. Hang it. Get your hand in push, and then realize you can't push and just bend it a little. Yeah, that's better. Okay, good. And are you gorillaed? Can you feel your feet? Are you open? You're going to need that opening and that dropped pelvis, unlocked pelvis. Now, as we move our weight back, this hand comes up. Isn't that a nice feeling? So you're not moving it back far, you're moving it into the heel of your front foot. Now we're going to pivot on that front foot and turn. Look at that. You're turning one way, and the bottom part of you, and the arm is turning the other way. It kind of feels nice. Just keep your tree. Now we're going to go stand in the corner and look. We're halfway through the swing. Think about having a ball here, a really big beach ball. Okay? And you're swinging this. Now, turn on your Tai Chi pole. Think about up and down. And let that step out. This is called a swing step. Now we're going to transfer weight to that front foot. And as we do, polish the table and bring our other arm to the shoulder. Then let that front knee bend. Turn the upper body only. The hips stay to the corner. Yes, lovely. And my Tai Chi pole straight here. We're going to come up. Same thing on this side. Out and in. Yeah, nice. This hand just hangs out nicely extended. Looks nice, guys. Push diagonally so you can stand in the corner. And think about having a really big ball here. You can now push down on the top of the ball, and it's going to push your arm through the rest of the swing, but turn on your Tai Chi pole. It's an absolutely straight up and down rotation. Now that heel is going to root itself, heel, ball, toe, bend knee, straighten the back leg, turn the upper body. Oh, you guys are great. Fabulous. All right, questions on this? You now have the whole thing. I mean, you have it here, right? You don't necessarily have it everywhere, like in your body. So we're going to do it again. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to start doing next week just to make things even more fun. All right, so let's do it again. I'm going to do it a little faster. So we're here. Actually, let's just take a small bow step forward. 1 foot forward, hips to the side, back leg straight, front leg bent, you can still see your toes. You're like this, you turn the upper body only. Ready? Now, gorilla. I can see you're all standing up straight. Gorilla. Bend that front knee enough that you can like be on a surfboard. Feel, there you go, better. And you're absolutely forward, there you go. Now, you're gonna push with your front leg just enough into that heel, and your back leg bends a little, and this hand comes up. I'm not sure you can see it as well. Turn. Go stand in the corner, push, you're moving diagonally, you're carrying a ball. Now turn on your Tai Chi pole, swing, step, polish the table as you move forward, and you're turning and strike, bend knee, and up, and out. You're gonna move on the diagonal. Where's your Tai Chi pole? Stand there. You've got the ball, push it, swing, step, polish the table, strike. You guys look good. All right, any questions? All right, we'll start next week with a lot of questions. I want to show you one more thing. Because I'm not seeing any questions now, but my guess is for some of you, it just takes a lot of practice, and you'll know your questions when you try it, when we turn off and you go, wait a minute, I can't do it. So, but given what time it is in class, I want to show you one other thing. All right, because it relates to these Tai Chi poles. So let's get back in that bow step we've been doing. 1 foot forward. If you're mirroring me, it'll be your right foot. Other foot out, hips to the corner. Remember that? Upper body, pretty much straight. Turn your upper body here. Okay. Now we're going to do something different. I just want you to kind of follow me for a while. Consider this an exercise. Get your gorilla on. You're going to push with the back leg, and your front hand is going to go down like it's hitting tar paper and feeling sticky tar paper. Okay? So you're kind of stretched out. I'm going to show it to you from the side. And so now you can lift this foot up. Right? Bring this foot in. It's still sort of pointed to the corner. Now, we're going to come back and put all our weight and turn to the corner and just let this other arm come in. Keep your shoulder relaxed. Keep your shoulder relaxed. And guess what? If you came back all the way, there's no weight on this foot. If you want, you can pick this foot up. You can just put the toe down, and I want this hand to bend up. Or the move we're going to do eventually is one hand up, one hand down. This is Golden Rooster, stands on one leg. The way we're going to learn it is just to kind of pull that foot in. And then, guess what? You're kind of standing on one leg, so you could turn to the corner, hold that ball, push that ball down, swing, step, polish the table, and strike. You could push with the back foot. Tar paper. Bring the foot in. Push with the front foot. Turn. Pull. We'll learn this next week. And if we're not standing up, we just bring that other foot in. Or we could stand up all the way. So that's where we're going. we'll be able to practice both of these moves together. And again, our Tai Chi pulls are going to be really important because we're going to be standing on one leg. All right. So any questions on that? That's Golden Rooster stands on one leg.
None from me, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Crystal. I feel less lonely. All right. Is this too much? Is this okay? Are we doing all right?
This is good.
Okay.
More practice though, of course.
It's what?
It will take more practice, but it's good.
It will take more practice. We'll have next week to practice both of these a lot. And as I said, we'll have a while. So I'm seeing yes, yes, yes. That sounds good. All right, let's cool down together just really quickly. I'd like us to do just a real quick prepare, run through your checklist. An opening. And we're going to come up and we'll do one each of our beginning exercises. We'll come down and then we'll come out and look at the moon. Maybe it's the sun. And then we'll come out. Big breathing tree comes in. And now the rock, that's a bird, spreads its wings and comes in. And now we're just going to turn our hands over and come up and drag our fingers through the sand, warm sand in the sun. Rising up, squeeze. Tai Chi pole is here too. Drag our fingers through the sand. And one more time. Really enjoy it. Feel it with every part of you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And think about what we talked about earlier about how you'd like the next class to be. Feedback is important for what you guys would like, and we'll make sure we figure out something that works for everybody.
Okay, thank you, Dee Dee.
Thank
Yep.
you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
This was great. Thank you.